It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Hi guys, this time I'm going to start in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am the SCW High Voltage Champion and Rocket Pro Wrestling General Manager, Co-General Manager, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
For 114 days on that title reign, and who you just heard is the man who's very afraid of the Stone Cold Steve Austin CGI bullshit that was in the 2K24 trailer, Pacman. I mean, what the fuck was that? Let's, seriously, that looked terrible.
I'm about indie wrestling here, bro. I don't care. I don't care about games and shit. We'll talk about that on Saturday. Not in good mood today. Not happy with some shit that happened. And we'll get into that when we talk about the SCW match card. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. For those of you who listen to us, thank you. And for those of you who want to watch the videos and stuff, we are now releasing our podcast on video on YouTube at the JFW Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and shit like that. I don't fucking know. CarterComics.com sponsors us. 10% discount code FreakNet. CarterComics.com, one-stop shop, comics, graded raw. They got them. Fucking fill your card up, use the discount code, buy comics. So
Must be that bad that you came in and get through that.
Dude, I'm just not in the great. And honestly, I thought maybe fucking the commute to work would probably be the worst part of my fucking Monday and shit like that, but it's not. But it is what it is. Like I said, we'll talk about it. Destination 6 happened over this weekend. CSW happened over the weekend. We'll talk about those results. And like I said, SCW is this Saturday. We'll talk about that match card and shit like that. Fourth Mother Box put their show out finally. I don't know.
Poorly done, I should say, but
yeah, that's more you guys shit. So if you guys want to talk about, feel free to mention me, which I'm fine with. It doesn't matter.
I mean, they didn't mention me at all.
No, all they did is do some stupid fucking thing with Dizzle J and surprise, fart noises. But I don't know. Pacman, apparently you wanted to talk about it, so what do you got to say about it?
I mean, the one thing I will say is I did talk to Dizzle J yesterday, trying to get the temperature of the room. He said he's going to be reserving all of his comments for the Lovely Intoxicated podcast this week. But for me, honestly, I knew it. I knew there's just something just funky in the air. Whatever was said on the episode that Dizzle J was on, they really want to brush that shit under the rug for whatever reason. Just interesting to me.
I agree.
It is intriguing when you sit there and invite someone onto a podcast and somehow none of the content apparently makes it to your show. So, it's weird. Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird on the aspect of like you said, what are they hiding? But at the same time, it's what did Dizzle J say that makes it so bad that they have to completely remove it from the show and just come up with stupid questions and noises and shit like that.
And playing Rick Astley to boot. So that was telling in and of itself as far as what they intended to do the whole time.
I mean, what they did was slander, really. It was all slander. That was definitely not Double J's voice.
Yeah. Let's use a different word than slander today. That's definitely a word I don't want to fucking hear at this moment. So.
Ew.
I don't know, dude. It's like, I mean, maybe it's not so much the fourth mother box that was hiding something. Maybe it's something that Double J's hiding, because I'm under the impression that he actually did show up for a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and has Double J told you the conversation that they had yet?
I mean, we're going to talk about it a little more on the
It's a
Lovely
yes
Text
or no. Dude, it's a yes or no question.
I have a general
Quit
idea.
fucking dragging shit out. Just yes or no. Did Double J tell you by this very moment, anytime before this point, did Double J come up to you and say, "This is what I said on the fourth mother box"?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Does it sound shady?
No.
Okay. That's it. That's all you have to fucking do, Pacman. Yes and no. That is it. I don't need a long, drawn out fucking story that just ends up with it being a yes or no answer. Solid show, though. They talked about some Indiana Jones game that's coming out. I'm never been a big fan of Indiana Jones, so it didn't appeal to me, but solid show overall. I listen to it on Spotify, as I usually do. So let's talk about results. I kind of want to get into this and fucking be done. So CSW happened on Friday. Nubby, what happened?
Well, some shit went down. I could definitely get to that. Unexpected shit. You know, ever have unexpected shit to happen? Well, that's what happened.
Solid card, though.
Oh, it definitely was. Even so last week when we announced the matches, that was only half, and that was a solid ass fucking card just halfway through. And then more matches showed up, and it's like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, because obviously, the one thing I learned about CSW is they always want to go above and beyond. Like they always want to make the show one step better, and obviously they did that. I guess this is technically the season premiere of CSW and all that jazz. And
Yep.
Leo Rush and Sky Blue were announced for it. Which, I mean, that gets you on the door to begin with. Obviously, a lot of the talent that they utilize and everything. I'm just curious on what you did.
Oh, I guess we can get into that. I mean, real quick.
Fuck yeah, man! I want get your shit in, brother.
Well, first things first. Standing room only, as usual.
Which I think that was pretty much going to be a given with obviously the talent that was announced and shit.
Oh yeah, I mean they usually do have standing room only. I mean when Betty Cena would go to the shows with me sometimes, she came and get a seat, and she's there with me. Well, she spends more time in the car, because she got to do her scratch offs there, or the bingo, and maybe she goes and plays the videos, the slots, but yeah, she can never get a seat, but that's just part of the game, I guess. That's how standing room only is.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless you're a wrestling company down south that doesn't supply chairs, and I guess you could technically call that standing room only if you don't bring your own seat. I'm not talking about SCW. I'm talking about a different company that kind of came in and put a show on, in somebody else's
territory, but whatever. Yeah, I heard about that at night outside.
Yeah, they really fucking planned properly for that.
It was like 50 degrees out that day, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking A.
But what was I doing?
Yeah.
So I don't have an official role in CSW right now. But I just volunteered my services and be in production.
Good for you, man. Yeah, it's weird because I believe Terry posted something. I don't remember what post it was. But it says somehow you you traded in zebra stripes for a turtle. And I thought that was kind of disrespectful and fucking rude, but who cares? He's not our boss after Saturday, so who gives a shit?
Well, here's the funniest thing. I traded in the zebra because being a zebra gets me nowhere anyways. I'm underpaid. So if I'm gonna if I'm gonna get nothing to very little, I might as well go do what I want.
Yep.
And I figure, well, hey, I'm gonna help out, and back, keep everything afloat, and a little bit behind the scenes, if you will. Things went great. My side of things helped out a little bit, took weight off the shoulders of other people, and it worked out great. I don't know if I'll do it forever.
Yeah.
I do want to be out there, but CSW knows what I want to do and willing to do, as opposed to being a rep. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
And I think it's kind of a good. I mean, obviously, I don't want to call it a learning experience because obviously you've been in this, this business for nearly 2 decades now. Coming up, what, 19 years or 18 right now?
I'm at 19 and a half, I should say.
Gotcha. So
it'll be 20 in August.
There we go. So we're getting close to that, that double fucking decade, and so I don't want to call it a learning experience, but being in the new position you are now in Rocket Pro Wrestling, I think this kind of helps that because obviously when, reffing, you kind of got, hey, this is the match you're going to be reffing and shit like that. But now it's kind of more of a production standpoint. And I don't know how much production, time you have invested, obviously, other than, the show we shall not, fucking name over here and, fucking Matson or University Park or Richmond Park, where the fuck it was, rhymes with, GPW, but production wise, I think it's kind of right. There we go. Yeah. How do you?
It's close enough. Close enough,
right? How do you rhyme fucking initials? But rhymes with blow. But I think it kind of helps you now that you are co-general manager to kind of So I mean it's a cool thing, and I'm sure there's gonna be a point where they're gonna want to get fucking Turtle into that ring because Turtle gets pops when he fucking walks through that curtain.
Yeah. And I think once we get to a certain point of this card, they might need me eventually for other situations.
Well, how's your relationship with TJ Steele?
I don't think there is one. I mean, if we go back when he was not an asshole, he helped me win a championship. Him and Steve Boz, they helped me win a championship, get some revenge on some people. Gotcha. But he's just kind of, I haven't agreed with a lot of stuff he does, but he hasn't fired me. So I guess I got that going for me. And he knows I'm very vocal about my shit. So maybe he's not, well, he's definitely not Damian Saint, but metaphorically, he's not Damian Saint.
Yeah. Pacman, you've done some backstage work with Destination 6 and everything. It was helpful, right? Helps you learn the business a little bit more.
Oh yeah, and I mean even like doing production with Rocket Pro, where I've helped with like the setups and everything like that. The one thing I've said like constantly is, the little things that you see and you learn when you're in those backstage roles, you get like a new appreciation for what goes into a show. Like, I don't think until I started working with Rocket Pro where I really paid much attention to the production at other places. So like the first thing I always look at above the ring is the rig wherever I go. I look at the stage, I look how that's set up. Like no matter what promotion, in WWE, like when I was at WWE, just like looking at everything that goes in that, even like stuff outside of that, like you get a real new appreciation for like that technical like side of what goes into the look of a wrestling show.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, man. All right, so what happened to CSW? Let's talk about some matches and some results and shit.
Fabulous. So on the pre-show, we had the premiere.
Did you just say fabulous?
Yeah.
Well, okay, Joey Roth, calm down.
Amazing. Let's get into it. The premiere, a tag team, they defeated John Barnhart, and I want to say Theseus or Thesis. I'll go with Theseus. I don't know. And then Jack Veller won
Hold on. Before we continue, did they do any of the what the hell is it called, like that Spotlight Battle Royal or whatever?
I'm about to get there.
Oh, is this all the pre-show stuff?
Yeah, this is still pre-show.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I missed you saying pre-shows. Okay, never mind. My bad. Go ahead.
So on the pre-show, we always have a match, whether it's a singles or a tag team, and then we go into the Futures Battle Royal.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought the Future Battle Royal was the only pre-show thing you did, but okay.
It used to be. But then they decided that we have so many guys and girls in the Battle Royals now that we want to feature other guys and girls and singles matches and tag matches. So they had a tag match in the pre-show and then the Battle Royal.
Okay, gotcha.
Jack Valor has won, so maybe he'll be moving up to the main show.
Mm-hmm. Majority of them are their students, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many people are in these Battle Royals?
I want to say 15 to 20.
10, 20.
It varies. Whoever's there. And I see a lot of new faces every show. And there were actually a lot more this time because prior to the event, Leo Rush ran a camp, if you will.
Awesome.
So
I did
we
see
saw
them posting that. Yeah, that's cool. Did you go?
So I didn't go to. I was there for it, but I didn't join in. And I'll talk to you off air about why I didn't.
Perfect.
And it has nothing to do with what I talked about last time. It's a different reason why I don't do them.
Did you give him money to do something he didn't show up like Steve talked about on the Power Hour?
No.
I think I remember him telling me that story too. I just couldn't remember. I don't remember it being Leo Rush. So I was like,
yeah.
But I do remember the whole thing about you book him for something, and I mean, I'm glad he got his money back, and it could have been an honest mistake for Leo Rush, but I do remember that story.
Yeah, I told you that story too.
It may have.
You heard it from me before you listened to the Power Hour.
That's possible. Like I said, it may have came from you. That may have came fucking.
It happens.
You got this, Travis.
Shut the fuck up, Pacman.
Okay, I'm done rizzing you up.
But one of the guys that was actually in it.
Now that we got video, they can see the difference between me stuttering by accident or me mocking fucking Pacman. Perfect.
Well, you've heard of Jordan Cross, right? The punk rock prince.
Yep.
He did the seminar and he was in the Battle Royal. He didn't win, obviously, but so it was good to see that kid. I remember before, meeting him a long time ago before he started wrestling. Just one of those kids with their dads, run around. Well, he was respectful and everything, and he's become a respectful professional wrestler now.
It's pretty cool because and I think it's happened more over the course of the last year than anything. But you hear about a lot of guys who are there now that used to be just fans. The two biggest ones is Mason Perks and Nick Diamond. I remember being at POW and Mason Perks after he won his title, and he was talking about how he used to be just a fan sitting in in the audience and everything. And then I saw that post that Nick Diamond put and everything. And obviously, Nubby, you're one of them, LWF and all that from that era and shit. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I know there's a lot more. I know, I think Creed is one of them. And sure, I think every young kid, I'm sure Shaq Jordan, Quinn Whittick had the same fucking story, but no one really talks about that as much, and I think it's a pretty cool thing when they say, I got to this point, but before I got here, I was just like everyone else sitting in the audience, and I think that's pretty good. Pacman, sure, we can include him as well, just a fan who lived his dream for a good, strong, 8.5 minutes without entrance. So.
And,
so are we gonna add minutes to everything now?
We could,
because he said 10 minutes last week at his little thing at work, which we found something interesting that day too. But...
I'm saying without entrance, which I guess to be honest, I think he spent more time in his entrance than he did in the ring competing. So
that sounds about right. Yeah.
But can't take it away. Pacman's in the same conversation as Amazing Turtle, Nick Diamond, and Mason Perks. So look at that.
Yeah, you're making Santino jealous.
What a life we lead.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking listened to his 4-minute long fucking promo and like thought to myself, like, how do I get this fucking time back? And you just can't.
No.
You just fucking can't. But I'm glad you felt the need to share photos of when he was younger. Like, cool. Way to refer to yourself as a younger white girl wasted. What the fuck?
But he does have a new member, apparently. That's a thing.
Oh, I'm sure he does. You throw a fucking mask on somebody and say they're a new fucking member and it's just the same fucking guy. Why the hell not?
Oh, that's two different people. He's made that perfectly
It's
clear.
not too. The only other person that could possibly fucking be is fucking Nani, because her goofy ass fucking laugh is no different than the fucking clown. It's all that gross ass. Fuck that.
So one can argue that maybe Santino's telling the truth, and that is Nani under that mask.
Eric Armstrong could be Nani under that mask. I just love how, once again, Santino has to fucking try to get some shine off of other people's fucking shit.
Yep.
Wants to talk about how fucking the Idolizer and the LIM are gonna have fucking promo battles, and now he wants to fucking be part of the promo battles. But Duke can't even fucking have a conversation on fucking Facebook to begin with. And every time something mean said to him, he has to fucking private message people. Why would you say that? That's mean. It's like, I'm sorry, but when you call people fucking losers and that they suck, and somebody just comes back at you and says, "Oh, well, you know what? Maybe if your fucking, aunt wasn't so hot, I wouldn't be banging her in a fucking car." Don't private message somebody. Like, that's just mean to say. Grow a fucking pair, bro. He has the ability to be a nice fucking guy. He just cannot fucking hang with people.
Nope.
And I get it that he wants to try. And like I said, I respect him as a fan. I do. And I like that, in a sense, you kind of poke fun with people. And sometimes they can give it back. But when I sit there and I make a perfect fucking joke about how, like, they're out, like when he says they're out of front row tickets, and I have to say, well, that's what they just say to people like you. And he has to go, well, what do you mean? Dude, like, come on, that's a fucking great joke. And you don't understand. Like, I can't even come back with anything. No, they're really out. I'm like, sure, that's what you believe. Oh, God, that dude fucking annoys the hell out of me. And he shouldn't. Like, he has no relevance in my life whatsoever, other than the fact that he uses my podcast name to do his stupid, YouTube fucking backyard bullshit. But that's fine. It's whatever. He can have his Joliet Federation Wrestling or whatever the hell he calls it and everything. It's garbage and dog shit, but, it makes sense because he's probably rolling around in wrestling and dog shit. But no. I can't fucking stand the dude. And I kind of want to see him fucking cut promos and see how badly he fucking fails, because, again, I'm not in a great mood. And, people who fucking, trip over themselves, it's hilarious to me. Also, you guys fucking suck putting together your fucking... Pacman, I can talk to you about your fucking video, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Let me tell you why yours sucked.
Okay.
Because you sit there and you do your little thing, just like Nani does, like, oh, well, let me introduce you to who we're gonna fucking have promos cut on. And then Gabagool does his thing. And then fucking Double J comes, and I get it, maybe it was a little of a mix-up. But when Double J's like, me, Gabagool, and Pac and PX are going to fucking win this, fucking promo thing, whatever the fuck he said. And then you come back on, and you're like, oh, that's only 2. Let me get the other guy. And you just fucking reappear, even though Double J already said it was you.
I didn't even realize that I was putting that together.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, wait, who you got? We may go get somebody. We already know who it is. But you know what? Solid fucking promos regardless, man, because you know what? You guys have a lot of passion in what you do, and I can respect that. I don't know what the fuck the Idolizers are going to do, because I don't know the other 2 fucking people, but it doesn't seem like any of them have any experience or knowledge in doing promos. Maybe Nani does. The other 2 just seem a little bit fucking wonky. Like they swam from the fucking island of misfit toys or some shit. But I do believe you guys will fucking win. But just watch shit like that when you fucking like.
Yeah.
You don't. Just watch some shit. So okay. Anyways, Nubby. First off, why isn't Nubby fucking one of those options? Dude's a wrestler. He put out some pretty solid fucking promos. Why's it gotta be Double J and Gabagool over him? Isn't Gabagool the one that called you a mark and threw popcorn at you and shit? And yet you put him over fucking Nubby? Shame on you.
Well, Gabagool and I, we kind of figured our stuff out, and I mean, I have to give him this, even with the disagreements we had. If you would have asked me a couple weeks ago when all of that stuff was going on, I still would have said Gabagool is probably one of our strongest promo guys in the whole LIM.
Oh yeah, I've been saying that since the very beginning. Even when I didn't remember who the fuck you were, I thought you were J-Beck.
Yeah, you did think I was J-Beck.
Yeah. Even back then.
I
mean, back then, I think I told Nubby. I think the only guy who's worth fucking saying shit is the guy with a stupid baby.
Who said those exact words? Stupid baby.
You did use those exact words.
Yeah, fucking perfect. Yeah, but no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see your guys' promos and well, at least your side. I don't think anything of substance or whatever the fuck that word is going to come from the idolizer side. I think it's going to fall flat because they're probably going to try too hard, and that's going to be a huge problem. Okay, enough about me. Let's get back to Nubby. So,
CSW.
Let's get back to CSW. Now we're into the main card, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Oh, what was this show called again?
Season premiere.
Oh, that's okay, cool.
Yep.
Solid fucking name.
Why not? All right, so Sky Blue defeated Maggie Lee via submission. And yes, Sky was
Solid.
And Sky was Sky from AEW.
The newer Sky.
The newer Sky. So she was not popular. Let's just say she was booed a little bit. She may have flipped some people off.
Was she going that route?
I think so. It sounded like it.
Gotcha.
After that, Doom Montgomery came out. And what we thought, he was going to make a challenge, but right out the bat, he was apologizing in Chicago and to the fans. But ended up being a fake apology.
I was gonna say it sounds like a swerve.
Yeah, it was a big swerve. He started bashing Chicago and everything.
That makes sense.
And then he made an open challenge for a death match to anybody.
I fucking hate that shit so much.
And the only person that actually came out was TJ Steele, but was not going to answer the challenge. He just told him to get the fuck out, pretty much.
Who in CSW would have a death match? Who's that big fucking dude?
Cypher?
Yeah, I think he might be the only one I can see doing a death match. I'm talking about like a legit death match, like barbed wire, fucking
light tubes and all that shit.
Yeah, legit one. Not a fucking AEW one where sparklers go off at the end, and luckily there's a dude there to protect fucking Moxley from snakes and sparklers. Joe Dirt.
Well, I believe wasn't last season. I think it was the season before. Nick Brubaker and Vic Capri had a close death match. It was pretty hardcore for what they were doing. And I believe there was a light tube or two involved. So
gotcha.
Well, I repped that fucking match. So
well, we know it's not gonna be Vic Capri, right? Because he's officially done, right?
He's officially done wrestling in CSW.
Okay. I'm sure maybe he's ending with Dreamwave this year because I know he's going in the Pals Hall of Fame at the end of the year. But I'm sure he's not done. I'm sure it's probably his last hurrah with Dreamwave this year, and then he'll be done.
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
Gunner Brave. Maybe Gunner Brave will make a debut at CSW, and he'll fucking deathmatch. He does that stupid shit, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, he's been in the Battle Royal at CSW, so.
There we go.
That he is, yep.
All right. We mentioned Cypher. He was in the Scramble match with Shane Hollister, the Barker, Cody James, Amina Belmont, and Adam Stallion. Hollister got the win over Adam Stallion. Cypher was unmasked by Cody.
Did he look like that fucking that messed up Goonies guy.
Sloth? No.
There we go.
Hey, you guys!
I was gonna say Chunk, but I think that was the
Well,
chubby kid, right?
honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never seen Goonies, so I don't know.
What a goonie. Honestly, we don't know what Cypher actually looks like because he still managed to cover his own face, even when he was choke slamming folks.
That's impressive.
Prior to that, though, Cypher and Cody, they were playing hot potato with Amina Belmont, tossing her back and forth to each other. It was kind of funny.
Fucking solid.
All right. Rafael Quintero and Missa Kate got the win over Eric Schultz and Iniestra with the assist from Moondog Murray.
Ooh.
Showed up again, and on social media he said he was showing up, and he kept his promise. He made sure that his face was shown, and he cost them Iniestra and Schultz the match. He was then taken out by security.
Yeah, because he is still officially fired from CSW.
Yes. There are some things that happened after that, but we will get to it shortly.
Gotcha. Because has there been any termination since him or the announcer?
No, that was they were the only two. That's why I thought my job was in jeopardy too.
Right.
I mean, I stepped down as a referee, but I was not officially fired. So maybe, like I said, TJ Steele is not Damian Saint. So,
But he's not.
Good input there, Pacman.
I provided the color.
Let's see. Jax Johnson and Ryan Matthews got involved, which actually allowed Moondog to get involved, and while the referee wasn't paying attention, and Missy Kate took advantage of that, made sure. So, Solomon Tupu defeated Joey Mayberry. It looked like Joey was about to win. Had a little help from Jillian-ish, but nah, Solomon Tupu was just too big for him. Then here we go. Here's the thing that happened.
The thing. It's clobbering time.
On the good news.
Hold on. What the fuck were you doing, Pacman?
It's clobbering time. The thing. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I know, but why did you do it as if you're a tattoo from fucking Paradise Island?
I've never seen that. It was unintentional.
No, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
No,
little fucking small guy tattoo where he's like, boss, deplane. You guys never heard that shit before?
I know.
I've heard it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Whatever.
So the good news for Travis anyway.
That's why I don't get it. Hold on a second. This is why I don't get it. I make a really good fucking movie reference and nobody fucking acknowledges it. But when I say I don't watch a fucking movie, all of a sudden I'm the fucking piece of shit of the world.
Yeah, how do you not watch Goonies? How?
I don't fucking, it was never an option. I don't fucking know. No one's ever said like, hey, let's sit around and watch Goonies. I don't fucking know. I know what happens. I know they go look for somebody's fucking treasure and shit. I've seen Without a Paddle. It's the same fucking movie. But I'm just saying, like, it just, the point is, it's just like people sit there and like, oh, you never seen The Princess Bride? You never seen fucking Goonies? You never watched Lord of the Rings? Like, and yeah, I make a fucking incredible fucking joke, and then people are like, what? Fuck you people, assholes. I know. What am I gonna like? Does that
you're gonna, yeah.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Joey Avalon and Sierra retained their tag team titles over the Haykeepers.
Fucking salad.
But they were in the middle of their celebration, and we had a couple of people come through the crowd and jump them.
I heard about this, and I'm spacing and blanking on who they are, but I do remember this happening. I watched. I can
tell you.
Oh no, I definitely want to hear it. I remember seeing Avalon's post show or post match promo they did outside. As for some reason at this, again, I had a really shitty fucking phone call. But it spaced me on what company they're from and who they were.
Well, I'll be glad to tell you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Well, first, the two people were GPA and Laney Luck from Freelance.
There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. Mm.
And they pretty much they said they were the hottest couple in the Midwest or in the Chicagoland area. And they made a challenge for the next Freelance show at February 9th, I believe.
I believe it's the week after Rocket Pro.
It is. I just want to make sure it's the 9th. Yes, it
Oh
is.
no, is it? Oh yeah.
It's the 9th, Pacman. Calm down.
All right.
Are you questioning fucking Nubby on when shows are that that he works for?
No, I would never do that.
Well, I don't
Sounds like
work
you
for
were
them.
doing that.
I don't work for Freelance. Let's just put that out there. I don't work for Freelance.
No, but you work for CSW.
Right.
And
I just
obviously this is a CSW freelance issue.
It is now.
Yeah. We don't cover freelance here, do we?
We did once, and I was doing a favor for a friend who worked there, or still works there, which is kind of funny. I guess we can get into that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Ooh. Spilled the tea.
Craig Mitchell, who the friend was that I was helping out.
Former SCW champion.
That's true.
Which, fun fact, this means absolutely fucking nothing, but ironically, I'm on Facebook dating. I'm single. I want to find companionship. I'm actually talking to somebody, and our mutual friend, Craig Mitchell.
It's
Nice.
a small world after all.
Right? So is your dick. Nubby, what happened?
There's a small chance I might know that person too. Who knows?
We'll find out. I'll ask you after the show, because actually I got to talk to Pacman about somebody who he's friends with that came up on there too.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's fucking nutty. And ironically, they both kind of look similar. No, they don't look similar though. Anyways, go ahead. Go ahead. What are we gonna get into?
So, funny thing is, Craig Mitchell is one of the founding fathers of Freelance, along with what's his name, Matt Nix, and Chris Castro.
I think freelance is where he left SCW to go to.
He was doing both at the time.
Okay.
Freelance was actually around a lot longer, I think.
I think there was some, and I don't know if Craig Mitchell listens to the show. He could correct
Probably
me.
not.
The only time I ever had a conversation with him was at a show out in Valparaiso, Indiana, and I want to say it was Blitz. It might have been. I don't know if Blitz was ever in Valparaiso, but I think he left SCW to go somewhere where it was like an exclusive contract thing. But this was like 2017-ish, so I'm not sure.
I don't know.
If he does listen, then please correct me. If you don't, fuck yourself. I don't fucking know.
Treated.
Yeah.
So that they are originals. Well, here's the funniest thing. They were also students of CSW back in the day.
Oh, dang. So they have a relationship with Boz.
Yes, they do.
Because Boz is the trainer, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I've also known them three a lot longer, way before. Well, not so much Matt Nix. I think I met Matt Nix in the middle of everything, but
like the primetime pimp era.
Yeah. Craig Mitchell I've known the longest because we used to do the backyard thing, and he will admit that because he's actually posted videos of stuff we used to do.
Tom mentioned that, right, on Fourth Mother Box.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
If you ask him about Twisted Outcast or Freak, those were some names that he used to go under.
Isn't Craig younger?
He's a little younger, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe when he was in high school, I think it was a junior or senior when he was a freshman, maybe.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how I have known Nick.
Yeah, so he's not Muggsy James young, but
nah, he's
he's
older than Muggsy a bit.
So he's probably close to my age, about 34.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. It's just crazy how this is all happening now, and Like I said, those three I mentioned, they were CSW students. Known them for a long time. So, but they weren't the ones that jumped the barricade to jump Joey and Sierra. It was the GPA and Laney Luck. I mean, I can see it.
They had to have some idea, though.
We don't know who knows what.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility. We'll see what happens on February 9th. I'm hearing a lot of CSW people are showing up
Where's it at?
at the
I think Logan
Question.
Square Auditorium.
yeah, that's what it is, Logan Square Auditorium. I might go, but as you know, my situation right now in the real life,
Mhm.
don't know if I can afford a ticket. That's how things are crazy. I told Steve already because he's trying to get me to go. He already bought his ticket, so if Steve's going, shit's gonna happen.
Well, of course, he's got.
Hey, easy there.
Fine. No, we're fine. Okay.
Come on, we know Steve. He's gonna do it. He knows himself.
Steve
He'll admit it.
Steve will have a really good time.
He will. You know what? That's the best way to put it.
Steve will definitely find a way to make that a memorable night out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I guess we talked about it. The promo that Joey and Sierra did, well, mostly Joey, in that fucking cold ass weather.
That's commitment right there.
Yeah. They accepted the challenge, so they'll be there on the February 9th.
Now, is this a championship challenge, or just a straight up tag challenge?
I believe it's just straight up tag right now. I don't think CSW officials are gonna put their titles on the line right now. I mean, it's just beginning.
True.
And why would CSW put them on the line right now when it's not at home?
I don't know, man. Why did I put me hooks into a tournament to crown a high voltage champion? People do shit. You know?
It's true.
People be doing shit.
Things happen, and all you gotta do is learn to accept what it is and learn to forgive down the road. Keep that in mind.
It's in the mind. It's in the.
Perfect.
It's up there.
Just keep that in mind. Sometimes bosses and managers and owners have to do things that they're just not proud of, and sometimes you just gotta forgive them. Just keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind. Managers just do shit. They just do shit.
Yep. Just know that that a simple thing that has to be done, without a decision or a choice that could be made, should not destroy a partnership or a friendship in any way. Forgiveness is key, Nubby. You remember that.
Hey, Pacman, I want you to remember that.
Remember
in
that.
fact, write it down because it's gonna be important sometime soon.
It's always important. It's always
but it's gonna mean something very soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Taking the notes as we speak.
Good. Because I'm gonna quiz you on your podcast, on our podcast. I should say.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna be on it?
I am. I'm gonna be on it.
Nice.
With Damien Saint. We're recording this Friday, the first meetup of Damien Saint.
This isn't the LIP fucking plug time here, bro.
I was just explaining what it was.
No,
check your Pacman. Check the log. It's not in that in this segment.
Yeah, didn't you get the memo? Syllabus? Come on, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is that the right word? Syllabus?
That is the correct. Yeah, that's right.
Or manifest.
It's okay. You could go ahead. So you're having Nubby and Damien Saint on. When's the show being released?
It'll be released over the weekend around the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Do me a favor. In the future, don't give me the recording day. Give me the release day, because people aren't going to be able to watch it when you're recording.
Got you.
It's true.
Unless
you go on Facebook Live, which is possible, but really tough to do.
Yeah. Who else is on the lip? I guess who from the LIM is going to be on the lip?
It will be just Tony Gabagool and Dizzle J who will be responding to the fourth mother box.
Gotcha. Perfect. And while we're here, might as well say tomorrow night, the Power Hour will have. So it's Aaron, Xavier, and Angel. I heard rumors it's supposed to be
Yes.
James Creed, but it's only Aaron, Xavier, and Angel are going to be on Tuesday night. Which,
That-
I mean, I guess it makes sense because shut the fuck up, Pacman.
I'm upset. Okay.
Do you think I like yelling at you?
I know you don't.
That's
You just
why.
want to give me a big hug sometimes, and I make it very hard for you.
No. I'd rather you not try to hug me every time you shake my fucking hand.
I mean, that is a good handshake.
No, it's not.
It's a sign of friendship, brotherhood,
No.
camaraderie, other synonyms
not.
for
No,
what
it's
I'm
not.
saying.
Not one bit. Tuesday night Power Hour is going to have Aaron, Xavier, and Angel on leading up to this Saturday's SCW show, which we'll go through the match card here at the end of the show. But Power Hour Tuesday night, I guess Love and Intoxicated podcast either Saturday or Sunday, whenever it gets released. So, Nubby, go ahead and finish what you're saying, man. Promo by, was that it? Was that
Yeah,
the
that's
no,
it. Well, there's
So
still
wait,
more stuff to talk about, but
for CSW?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So as we know right now, there is a tag team match over at Freelance that's going to involve the CSW Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
What's their tag
And
team name? Do they have one? Or is it just Avalon and Sierra? I thought they had like a name or something.
Someone made up Apara.
Oh, okay. I thought they had like a group name or something. Like there was like
No.
more than one of them. And okay, gotcha. So Avalon and Sierra will be at Freelance February 9th, taking on GPA.
And Laney left.
Yeah. Sorry. Thanks.
The unicorn chick. Right. Axel Rico defeated Marche Rocket in a clean victory.
Good for him. That's his first match back, correct?
Second match back at CSW. He showed up in November.
Oh no, I think what was it last? I can't remember. Good. Congrats on being back.
It was an upset victory. And yes, Marche chopped him. Saw the handprint. It's bigger than his chest.
Solid.
And then we had Boz and Big Mood defeating Team Sexay and Heather Reckless. There was a point in the match where the referee was distracted, if you will. That's what happens. Team Sexy had Mateo Valentine upside down. And Heather Reckless from the top rope or middle rope, one of the two, dropping an elbow in the lower region of Mateo Valentine.
Did anyone yell at the referee for being distracted, or is that just a you thing?
No, everyone was yelling at him.
Good.
Oh, speaking of me and all that, there were points when shit like that was happening. People were looking for me.
Yeah. Did you get turtle chance?
I got quite a few.
Fuck yeah.
I almost peeked around the curtain because they were right there, and I was ready to tell them to shut up. But I'm like, no, I'm staying here. People actually thought I retired completely. When I was talking to a few, I'm like, no, I just sabbaticaled from refereeing.
Yeah. Well, clearly those people don't listen to the JFW podcast then, so they can fuck themselves.
Right. It's true.
He sabbaticaled for like 3 weeks, I think.
That's true. Kicked off 2024 fucking referee. No, there, buddy.
I'm back on the sabbatical. Until I need to put in a special referee.
You were a walking, talking starting now.
Yeah. Where am I at? Oh, so a video showed up after everything. TJ and company found Moondog. And they had him down. They pinned him down to the ground. And TJ said, "You can have your job back, but you got to let me break your hand." So Moondog sacrificed his hand, and now he is now back in CSW.
That's a weird trade-off, but okay.
Yeah.
It is.
What the fuck?
It's almost, I don't know, you probably never seen it, but in Walking Dead, there was a point where Negan wanted Rick to chop his own son's hand off to, stay alive. I mean, obviously it never happened. Negan was just fucking with him, but it's kind of like that ish.
Fucking goofy. Okay.
It is goofy. I can't believe Moondog did, but he did it for the job. He wanted his job back. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I'm not sacrificing my hand for a job. Fuck you.
No, that's a little messed up. But I mean, hope for a speedy recovery on that one, buddy.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. And then we had Shelly Benson defeating Vic Capri in his final match in CSW. And they celebrate after Vic says goodbye. A couple more students came out that Vic has been training on the side along with Shelly, and they were celebrating with them. It was kind of sad. I mean, but he wants to take a step back, not take spots, as he put it, and he wants to help out like I've been helping out too. Although I want a spot, but that's okay. But yeah, he's gonna do some stuff in back, help people out, and give back, if you will.
Awesome. So he's following in the footsteps of Pacman there.
Yeah.
Solid.
Except Vic Capri's not 1-0.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like when you look at the path that Pacman took compared to Vic Capri, it's really, I mean, other than length, it's not that much different.
Also height, I'm pretty sure he's taller than me.
Probably not by much. I've never seen him in person, but he looks like a solid 5'8", 5'9".
You know who you are taller than?
Who's that?
Leo Rush.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Leo Rush took on Conan Lycan for the CSW Heavyweight Championship. They went almost a half hour back and forth, beating the shit out of each other, high flying. For a big man, Conan Lycan can fly high.
Mm-hmm.
But Conan Lycan won the match, and without any help from the Haykeepers.
Oh, that's what he wanted, right? Prove that
Right.
he'd be able to do it on his own. So.
Yep. So after the victory, first before the match, Lycan told the Haykeepers to leave the leave ringside because they did come out with them, but they told him to leave, which is why he was able to win by himself. After the match, Lycan and Leo shook hands and, out of respect for each other. Then the Haykeepers did come out to what we thought were going to celebrate. Then Warhorse comes out of nowhere and distracts Lycan just for the Haykeepers to turn on Lycan. And they beat him down.
Kind of saw that coming, though, right?
It had to have, eventually happened. But with the Warhorse coming in,
that is, yeah.
I mean, he did mention why he did it, because when Warhorse took on Lycan, it took the Haykeepers to help win, and they beat Warhorse down after.
Mm-hmm.
And Warhorse said that Lycan didn't care about the Haykeepers, and so they decided that they're gonna join Warhorse, and now I guess Warhorse is the leader now of the Haykeepers.
Kind of sounds like Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Edge.
And I guess so, because Warhorse came out without the the getup, the Ultimate Warrior Macho Man stuff.
Yeah.
And he called himself by his name, Jake. So, and I never knew this until maybe a year ago, that he was Jake Parnell when I first met him, before the Warhorse showed up. So maybe he's just Jake Parnell now, the Warhorse, or who knows? But it has been announced that Warhorse is officially a CSW roster member. Got that going.
Which is nice.
That's CSW season premiere.
When's the next CSW show?
And that will be Friday, February the 16th.
Should have been the 8th, day before freelance.
Yeah, that's a Thursday. I wouldn't be able to go.
Oh, it's freelance on Fridays?
Yeah, that'll be on a Friday.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense.
Special guest will be Gringo Loco.
Who?
Gringo Loco.
I mean, I know that's crazy white guy, but I don't think I've ever heard of him.
I think I might be saying the name wrong anyways. No, I'm saying it right. No, it's Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco.
No, I'm gonna say, man, like, there's not many ways you can screw up that name. So I mean,
Never heard of him, but
that's
I said it right. Gringo Loco.
Oh, okay, the base god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what all that means.
Now, will he be facing Conan Lycan now? Who knows?
The Warhorse Jake Parnell making big waves and taking Conan Lycan's spot. Will Freelance Wrestling try to invade again? The base guy, Gringo Loco, will be coming to CSW on February 16th. Cool.
And that is all I got. So
That'd be me
you,
next.
Pacman.
Yeah.
You Pacman.
I
Pacman.
I go Pacman. Yes, I do. We had Destination 6 New Moon Rising this past Saturday. Destination 6 crowned their inaugural women's champion. It was contested in a fatal four-way that featured Blair Onyx, the lovely Miss Larkin, Ashlyn Alexander, and Alice Crawley. Now, Ashlyn Alexander is the woman who...
Hold on.
Yes.
Sorry, I just got a message telling me to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. Can you start over?
Yeah. So, from New Moon Rising?
Yes.
Okay.
Just start from the beginning. Just act like you didn't do anything like you have been doing.
Okay, right. So, New Moon New Moon Rising. Destination 6 had a show this past Saturday.
Now, is this also their season premiere?
This was their season premiere, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And it was the inaugural match for the women's championship, which was competed in a fatal four-way match with Blair Onyx, the lovely Miss Larkin, Ashlyn Alexander, and Alice Crawley. Ashlyn Alexander came out with the win and is the inaugural women's champion of Destination 6.
Excellent.
In the match that followed between Don't Die Miles and Percy Drew, that ended in a disqualification, we had Hunter getting the victory against Avery. In tag team action, 6-man tag between Whiskey and Warrants with Eric Dillinger versus Ultra Gen 6 champion Shiloh Greaves with the Original Sins. The team with Shiloh and the Original Sins won that match. Mr. Broadway Kindle Fire versus Akbar. Akbar came away with the win, and he seemingly is now a client of Hollywood House. So that is a thing that is happening. And lastly, in the champion versus champion match, Sam Knight came out with the win against Logan Myers. And that was the results for New Moon Rising. The next show is March 16th in Macomb, Illinois.
Good job, Pacman. Okay. All right, Nubby. We got some matches for SCW coming up Saturday.
Cool. Let's hear it. I'm excited. Let's go. We got a show Saturday.
Saturday, January 27th, SCW returns to the Shaban Civic Center for Arctic Takedown. Main show starts at 7 p.m. Obviously, before that, High Voltage opens the doors at 6. Fucking name. Okay.
All good there, Mr. Travis T?
No, not one bit. Okay. So, High Voltage is only going to have 3 matches this time around. The first one is actually going to be, so the first one's actually going to be a debut. We're going to have a new wrestler coming into High Voltage. You guys obviously know him. He will kind of take the same path as Nubby in a little bit. Referee turned wrestler. So Omar, known as the Last Vanguard. Omar will be
I get it. I get that reference.
I don't. I haven't had a chance to have a conversation with this dude, but
Went over my head too.
Nubby, could you explain it? Because he's actually gonna listen. Because he does listen to the show. So
Assuming it is what it is.
Yeah.
Vanguard Wrestling.
Okay, so
remember Vanguard? He was there.
Excellent. So he is known as the Last Vanguard. Omar Sala, I believe I pronounced that right. Hopefully, I'm assuming it's like salad, but an H and 7D. He'll be going 1-on-1 with Toretto.
Oh God.
Logan Steele will be going 1-on-1 with Johnny Chaos.
Interesting.
And
who's my opponent, Travis? Come on.
Who
might defend my?
Lay it on us.
My title.
We have a high voltage championship match that you'll be defending the title against the Sheik.
Okay.
And Schultz.
What?
And Freiberg.
What?
In a gauntlet match.
You're ripping me, man. You gotta be. You're ripping me. That's
God
a good
damn,
one. That's a good one.
Can't work it or shooting.
You're a jokester there, Travis. Who's my real opponent?
Sheik. Schultz.
Okay, Sheik.
Freiberg. In a gauntlet match.
Okay, I don't know how long you're supposed to keep a joke going, but once I call it out as a joke, you're supposed to tell me the real story here.
Here's the thing, Nubby. And again, I want to go back to how we said earlier in the show about forgiveness. And sometimes managers and bosses and owners have to do things that they're not happy about it. It's a difficult thing to explain because okay, so you guys know what an NDA is.
Yeah, it's a legal term.
Yeah, it means that when you're part of something, you're part of a meeting, you're part of something, you can't talk about it. I received a phone call over the weekend that required me to go into a meeting over the weekend. And basically, obviously I can't talk about it, but Nubby, we apparently when things are said and things are done, sometimes actions have to sometimes what is that phrase? Actions have consequences, shit like that, however people say. So when when we come onto a podcast and I say things like, you know, maybe I'm not giving Freiburg a championship match out of pettiness, or I'm not saying anything, but you saying how you can beat all them in one night. And there are certain things.
But I just never said that.
You said last week.
I said I can beat them all, but I did not say in one night.
Long story short, again, NDA. I'm not allowed to say what happened, but basically, there was an agreement that came between two mutual parties to where somebody wanted something in return for something else not to happen. Powers to be gave them what they wanted, and I gotta be the bad guy to relay that message. So I am sorry for whatever I did to cause this to happen, but you will be defending your SCW High Voltage Championship in a gauntlet match versus Sheik, Schultz, and Freiburg.
You did the reverse Steve.
So what you're telling me is words got twisted as usual, and these lawyers use their power to get their way.
Again, Nubby, I signed an NDA to where I'm not allowed to discuss anything that was said and who was a part of it. All I can tell you is that something was going to happen unless I did something. And I could tell you it wasn't my choice. I could tell you that this is what I had to do in order for things not to occur. And Freiburg will get his High Voltage Championship rematch this Saturday. You also have to face Schultz and Sheik in a gauntlet match.
I mean, I've defeated Freiburg before.
Yes.
Twice. I defeated the Sheik not too long ago.
That's true.
Microphone here. Stay. Never wrestled Schultz in a single. Well, actually, I have wrestled Schultz in a gauntlet before, and he cheated to win. But I've also won a gauntlet myself. But the fact that Freiburg gets to weasel his way after being told no 1,000 times, SCW is allowing this?
Again, Nubby, I signed an NDA where I cannot state what occurred in this meeting, and I can't discuss who was a part of it. All I can tell you is that people went into a room and explained to me the situation and told me exactly what needed to happen. And you'll be facing Sheik, Schultz, and Freiburg in a gauntlet match for the SCW High Voltage Championship this Saturday in Shabans. I'm not happy about it either, man. I didn't want it to be this way. I think it's unfair. I think it's not right. And you know as well as I do that there are some times where general managers have to do things that they're not happy about or they're not proud of. I thought about resigning and just being like, I don't want to be part of this. But this match was going to happen regardless if I did that or not. So at least I can still be part of the machine to hopefully make a. Here's the thing. I have total faith in you. I have faith that you could come out on top and become victorious. But if you don't, at least I could be here to try to right that wrong again somehow. So I do apologize. I do believe that a majority of this is my fault. I think I allowed my ego and my pettiness and my anger towards punitive damages to get the best of me. And I may have said some things that probably weren't right. I can't take that back and I can't fix it because what we have is what we have and it's not going to change. So, yeah. So at least that's high voltage.
Well, I'll just say this. And this could be my promo, if you will.
Sure. Yeah, there we go.
Because if SCW wants to play this game, I'm not going to submit another one. Fuck it. I'll do it right here. Freiberg, you weaseled your ass into this shit. Again. And when I mean ass, I mean your brain.
Treated.
You weaseled your fucking lawyer bullshit. And I could say that here. Because this is JFW. So I'll say what the fuck I want. I'll swear all I want.
That's
See,
right.
in a regular SCW promo, I won't be able to do that. Although they can say chicken shit all they want, but whatever. All right, Freiberg. You cried, you bitched after I beat your ass. And I took the belt from you. All by myself. I didn't need the help to do it. You can say that you were distracted. That's your fault. You want a gauntlet match? You want me to go through the Sheik and Eric Schultz before I get to your bullshit? All right. I got you. I'll get through the Sheik. I've done it before. I'll get through Eric Schultz. He got me once, but hey, lightning doesn't always strike twice in one spot. Sometimes it does. But I'll go through him. And Freiberg, I'll go right through you two. And I will continue to be the SCW High Voltage Champion. And no, that was not my best promo. That's me being fucking real now since you want to bring lawyer bullshit into this.
Yeah.
And since SCW's got no balls to turn it down.
Another thing that came out of this, Eric Schultz will also have a championship opportunity when he takes on Sean Mulligan for the Brewmaster title. Jimmy Carrot returns to SCW to take on Miles Mercer for the Genesis title.
Nice.
Apex, right? Jimmy Carrot's always fun. I do like him.
I mean, last time I repped his match, I kind of got basiled, if you will.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but you know what? You became a champion after that. So I mean,
That did happen right after.
Oh,
It was the
yeah.
show after, wasn't it?
yeah. So I mean, I would ask him to borrow Basil, see what happens.
Yeah, maybe Basil threw that gauntlet, if you will.
There we go. Apex will be going 1-on-1 with Acid Jazz. JPH will be taking on Scott Spade for number one contendership to the SCW heavyweight title. Bros return to SCW to take on Dysfunction for the SCW Tag Team Championship.
If I may.
Yeah.
So, the Dysfunction's a great tag team. They are tag team champions for a reason. They are part of Team Sabotage.
That is true.
And which will probably give them the win instantly. But the Bros are also belt collectors.
That's right. Frontline
Keep
Pro.
that in mind.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Main event, we got Aaron Xavier taking on James Creed for the SCW Heavyweight Championship. If Creed wins, Terry gets to pick his replacement. And if Aaron Xavier wins, he gets to pick the new president of SCW. I So I mean, I guess realistically, because I know there's been a lot of statements made by them, Benny Vargas will be taking on
From
Matt Dwar
Boston.
as well.
From Boston.
Over on the last live stream for SCW, Aaron Xavier made it very clear that there's a possibility that I will not be employed following his presidency of SCW. I think he's made that pretty clear because of this Freiburg issues. So I don't know what's going to happen the 27th. I know that I'm going to have to sit at commentary and watch one of my good friends, my co-host of the JFW podcast, run through a gauntlet that I do not agree with and I do not think is right. I think doing this completely takes away from everything that we tried to make right several months ago.
You did things a little bit differently than any other company as a whole. You don't give out like matches, number one contender matches.
No.
You put people in spots wherever you see fit, and that's what makes you a unique general manager. The fact that Freiburg had to weasel his way into this is just fucking nonsense. You said you give him a title shot sometime down the line in 2024. It didn't. It wasn't good. It didn't need to be now.
No.
Now again. I am a fighting champion, and I will beat his ass on Saturday because I'm gonna run through fucking the Sheik, and I'm gonna run through Eric Schultz. So I'm gonna beat that ass. And it's just baffling that no one wants to listen to you. Not even SCW. Yeah. SCW put you in charge for a reason. They told you, do what you got to do, run your shit the way you want it, but you still got to get vetoed on everything, and now you're being told what to do.
It's a complicated situation, and the thing is too is like, and I don't think I do everything maybe the right way all the time. I mean, obviously, fuck your first title match, your first title defense was against Scott Spade. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, who the hell does that? Who the hell puts a first title defense for high voltage against a former SCW and POW heavyweight champion? I mean, doing so showed everybody that wasn't favoritism, that you weren't going to get the easy opponents and stuff like that. And, Freiburg believed that he was entitled to a rematch. And like you said, I told him by the end of 2024, he would have a title shot. But that just meant that there were other people in line that I thought should get title matches. VJ Price is one of them. Apex is another one. You defend who you defended what? Scott Spade, Johnny Chaos, Toretto. You fought every single month, but somehow it always seems that no matter what I do, it's never good enough for either the office or even fans. Fucking you get that one Mark Jake who sits there and complains that, I need to give Johnny Chaos a third fucking title match. The fact that I don't know how to do my job because you're champion, and yet every fucking title defense you've had were solid fucking title defenses.
They weren't easy.
No, and you did it on your own.
Right.
But he doesn't want to see that. He wants to sit there and be a mark for fucking Freiburg and Tommy Gunn and fucking Johnny Chaos and for what?
He's lucky. He's lucky that we don't have a ranking system because otherwise Johnny Chaos will be at the bottom of the rankings and he still have to fight his way through to a title. So Chaos got lucky and got that title shot when he did.
Yeah. So this 27th is going to be a big night for all of us. Obviously you for your title defense, but also for me because I don't know what Aaron's plans are, which I think is kind of ridiculous how he wants to fire the only fucking guy who chooses to like him, not somebody who needs to like him, like Sabotage and all that. Like, I choose to be a fan of him because of who he is, but yet I'm the one that's going to get fired because I didn't, give in and pander to his fucking lawyer, who I don't believe is, deserving of the title shot he's going to get on Saturday, but whatever.
Did you mention the number one contender match?
The JPH one? Yeah.
Yeah.
JPH and Scott Spade? Yeah.
You know what it is? I don't like either of those guys, so I just didn't care.
right?
I do have
the fuck's
selective
giving them-
hearing apparently.
Who the fuck's giving them no more contendership matches? You know, it's like, what the fuck? But I'm the bad guy here? Like, fuck.
Yeah. And as much as it pains me to say, I want JPH to win that match based on recent events.
I mean, it's going to be a very good match, but you just got to keep in mind that when it comes to Scott Spade, the Torture Killers, I don't think will be that far behind.
No.
So, but yeah, Arctic Takedown. It's this Saturday again, Shaban Civic Center. Doors open at 6. High Voltage starts at 6. There's only 3 matches. I guess technically 5, but 3 matches.
Oh, there's gonna be 5 because I'm gonna run through the sheet. I'm gonna run through Eric Schultz, and then I'm gonna kick Freiberg right in the face and go home.
Every title but the women's title is on the line. So I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm also worried and I'm also stressed about Saturday. So there's a lot of emotions and everything. Hopefully the weather stays good and we'll all be able to travel safely there. But yeah, make sure you come out this Saturday to Shaban Civic Center. The information for the show can be found on the Southland Championship Wrestling Facebook page. So, is there anything else wrestling related? Anything else indie related we got to talk about? What we got next week? I mean, obviously we're gonna go through the results of SCW, but Rocket Pro.
Rocket Pro. Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My first preview as Rocket Pro Wrestling General Manager.
There we go. Yeah.
And what'd you think of that match I recently announced on my own, made myself?
Which one was that?
The tag team title match.
I know. I just wanted you to plug it.
Oh, I'm not plugging it until next week. But I'm just
Solid.
asking. Okay.
You were you the one? Because I'm trying to. Obviously, I know you and Saint are going back and forth on what's being announced and what's being determined and everything. But were you the one that made the Koa Michaels match like a 2 out 3 falls or something?
I did.
Why is that?
I figure it's an interesting dynamic, interesting stipulation, and you can't say that I am playing favorites because really, if you look at the size difference, Steve Michaels got the advantage. Not only in size, but he's got a group with him.
Well, next week we'll be running through the Rocket Pro Wrestling match card. This will be the first time ever that Pacman will be running through a match card with the general manager present.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up. I'll fire you on the spot.
Oh, I need that job. I'll do my goodest.
But wait a minute. How am I going to fire you when really that's a JFW problem? So Travis will be the one firing you.
If you believe we need to, we'll do it. That's okay. I'm still in I'm getting a better mood. I'm still in a pretty shitty mood, but yeah, if he fucks up, I'll fire him on your behalf.
Then we got Pow as well.
Oh, Pow is not. Oh yeah, the fight night or whatever. No, yeah. Fight night's this Saturday.
Fight. Oh, you know what? We did forget about that show, didn't we?
Hold on a second. Let me see if they had
that fight night. Yeah, because this is like one of the times that Pow and SCW are running on the same night.
Yeah, let me see if they have a match card for it here up or anything.
I think they do.
Yep. Saturday night fight. Let's see here. First time ever, Dazzling Donnie versus Tommy McCabe. Axel Abreu versus Styling Shane Eaton. Mateo Valentine versus Moondog Murray. Mihooks O'Bannon versus Logan Steele. Mason Perks, also appearing as Mason Perks, Jimmy Blaze, Germ T. Ripper, and more. That's going to be Saturday, January 27th, T. Woods Bar and Grill up in Wooddale, Illinois. Let's see here. Tickets are available by using the link below. Front row reserve seats are $20 in advance and $25 at the door. General admissions, $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Less than 10 front row seats remaining. So we also have that. But Pow has a show the following Saturday too.
Yeah, they go back to Fox Lake next Saturday.
God damn it. Okay, awesome. I'll make sure to look for that match card. I hate having responsibilities again. Typically we will do the predictions and stuff for the Royal Rumble here on our show, but since Dizzle J is coming back and me and Dizzle J are going to be recording Saturday morning before the Royal Rumble, we'll be doing predictions over there. So if you guys want to be part of that, jump on the chat or jump on the show. If not, just make sure you message them to me by Friday night's Saturday morning. So
Okay.
we're going to do the best we can over here at JFW to keep televised wrestling and independent wrestling completely separate. So those who want to talk about televised wrestling, you'll find it over with me and Dizzle J, and we'll just focus more on independent wrestling over here. So
You might get some news off and on, like
maybe.
real life news, but that's about it.
Yeah. You guys got anything else we got to talk about as far as independent wrestling? Power Hour tomorrow night. Aaron Xavier and Angel will be a guest. Saturday or
Yes.
Sunday, the Lovely Intoxicated podcast will be released with Nubby and Damian Saint as guests on there, as well as the 4MB response from Double J and all that shit. And
I guess I'll spoil it now.
yeah, go for it.
Even I'll talk. We'll mention it next week as well. But next Power Hour, I will be on.
Oh.
Was it the 30th?
Whatever one is next Tuesday, whatever that date is.
Well, I'm sure the Power Hour will see you next Tuesday.
Yes, they will.
Right. It's an acronym.
It is.
Guys, I think I made a slight mistake as far as this podcast audio. So in April, Google Podcast is going away, and I think I may have said it's going to Amazon Music. It's not. It's actually going to YouTube Music. So if you are listening to us on Google Podcast, April 4th, they're shutting that down, and everything is going over to YouTube Music.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
Because
So
you gotta log in to YouTube with your Google name, so makes sense.
So if you do listen to YouTube Music and you're wondering if our podcasts are going to be on it, yes, it will be, as well as Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search JFW Podcast and you'll find it. Make sure you do subscribe and rate us and rank us wherever is applicable. And make sure you check out the video release of our shows that happen later on in the week and everything, but they will be available over on the JFW Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribing over there and hit the notification bell. And of course, social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching Just Freaking Wrestling or the JFW Podcast. Guys, that's all I got.
I believe we can
ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
And I am Nubby, the amazing turtle. Cowabunga.
And I am the LIM champion and Mr. 1-0, Pacman. Shut up, Santino and the Idolizers.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.